Y'all, let's talk about the Summer Sizzler 2025. But before then, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more figure skating related content. All right, y'all, let's talk about the Summer Sizzler. This is becoming one of my favorite summer events. This is the second time they've held it. It's held at the Skating Club of Boston, which is a beautiful rink. I believe it was a nearly sold out event. Man, does Boston love figure skating. People were surprised whenever they found out I was not from Boston, even though they could hear me speak. But because I flew from West Virginia to here, which there for a bit it was touch and go if my plane was actually going to take off and let me go there. But I made it. And it was just a very unique event where you could see skaters showing their new programs and also some old programs, gala performances. Just really enjoyed it. And our hosts were Jean-Luc Baker and Gracie Gold. I enjoyed seeing both of them on the ice, even though they weren't doing any programs. It was still cool to see them. Right when you walk into the rink, there is a display for the victims of the plane crash. Spencer Lane and his mother Christina Lane, Jinna Han, her mother Jin Han, Vadim Naumov, and Evgenia Shishkova. And the event opened with a video memorializing them as well. And the first performance of the night was with Max and his late parents, Tomorrow's Champion students, in this group number that was adorable to see. And it was just so awesome seeing him with those students that have been through a lot this year, and he's been through a lot this year. And so he gets to honor his parents through coaching their students that are now his students. Oh, Starr Andrews performed her old short program for Elyce, and I really enjoyed seeing it here because at Nationals it didn't go as planned, and it was just nice seeing what a powerful, beautiful skater she is when things are on point. And so I was just excited to see her. Carolyn Green and Michael Parsons redid the same gala that they did at Nationals to Sunset Boulevard. The opening is really fun, and I don't want to spoil it, so I want to keep it to where when you guys watch it, you'll get the whole effect of it. It's just really fun. Even when it starts, it is just a fun vehicle for them, and they have moved on from the Usher robot era of their life. Jimmy Maul debuted his new short program to Firebird and Witch Doctor, and let me tell you, in person, it is on fire. Like, it is so awesome. This is something that at Nationals, if he skates it well, he'll be just bringing down the house and we'll be cheering. Loved it. This is a really good vehicle for him because he seems to do well when programs maybe start out small and then just comes to life at the end. His jumps were looking on point, and then once he gets to his step sequence, like, I'm telling you, in person, it is just epic. Also, his costume in person translates much better than it did on TV. I actually really liked it in person. Katie McBeath and Daniil Parkman skated to Veil. I read somewhere this might be their short program music, but I'm not sure. I really like this program for them. They are very fierce in it, just on point. Like, it's August, and they did a beautiful throw triple right off the bat. I didn't get all their performance on film, so I didn't get to show you the side-by-side triples because, of course, the first half of the performance, I thought my phone is instantly going to die somehow, even though it was 100%. But they did a beautiful triple twist in the end. Their transitions, everything was just spot on. So they were looking really good for August, and I really enjoyed this program. Sarah Everhardt, as many of y'all know, is keeping Real Around the Sun as her short program, and I think she's been working on her musicality and kind of connection with the music. I just noticed that, there was more expression this time around, and I actually love her first jump. Seemed to be a product of skating in August under darkness, basically. I'm not worried about her because it's August, and because the rest of the jumps were solid. I love this program though when it gets to the end, kind of as the music builds, especially when you get to the step sequence. I think that's on fire. So I'm excited that she kept this another year, and we'll see how it continues to grow with her. Andrew Torgashev, aka the Pizza King, previewed his free skate to Aura Therese and Good News. He seemed pretty gassed towards the end, but again, he did like 1,000 jumps and spins and everything in between. It is going to be such a crowd pleaser, I believe. Like, it got the audience rolling during his step sequence. It is just really an awesome program. I thought that he wouldn't be able to live up to last year's short program, and even though this is his free skate, it has that same build up and epicness. He does really well with energized programs, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. It is on fire. Like, I couldn't wait to post the short of it because I was just so excited and want everyone to see it. Like, it is so cool. Emily Chan and Spencer Howe skated to the Lady Caliph Nocturne. I don't know if this is a program that they are going to be skating in competition. They're looking really solid. I feel like they've had a rough go of it, but they were looking pretty good. Elyce Lin-Gracey skated to her old short program, Broken Vow. I don't know if this means that she's keeping it. Something that stood out to me are her jumps are looking solid. It's just like she floats off the ice. It's just something that stood out to me. Part of me hopes, though, she gets a different short program just because it'd be fun to see her really doing programs that you can tell she wants to skate to, if that makes sense. Bradie Tennell skated to Young and Beautiful, and I believe I just read that this is going to be a gala. This was such a beautiful program, and parts of it reminds me of old school skating where like she holds the spiral, holds the Ina Bauer, but while still looking on point with her jumps. For August, her jumps are looking really on point. In fact, after I watched this, I'm like, oh yeah, she could be one of the Olympic women. This was my first time seeing the Haydenettes in person, and so I thought it was really cool that they did like a countdown in the beginning. I'm like, oh yeah, of course they all need to be at the same time. They were very, very powerful. They did make a couple mistakes, but it seems like mistakes that possibly a synchro skater would make while the lights are off. Still just really cool. Every time I see synchro skaters in person, it's just so cool, and it doesn't translate as well from my camera or the TVs. Like, I kind of want to see a synchro competition in person just to see what it's like. Jason Brown debuted his free program to Say Something. I can't even describe it, and I wish I could play the whole thing here, but I'm terrified USFS will copyright strike me if I do. So hopefully they show it for y'all next week. Of course, you'll see it in competition, but it was so exquisite, guys. He is looking so on point for August. His jumps on point, no concerns there. You know, at first I was like, say something. Is this going to be no, it was beautiful. Everything was just amazing. And if you watch this program, it is jam-packed with transitions, beautiful holding of his edges. Just everything is just way more difficult than it looks. So I wish there was a way that the scores could reward this more because this whole program has something going on the whole time that is just mesmerizing. Huge fan of this program. And of course, his famous spirals. Oh, love it, guys. Okay. I keep like pausing, watching it again, and then getting real like over it to talk about it. Just I can't wait for y'all to see it. Alysa Efimova and Misha Mitrofanov skated to Cloak and Dagger. I read somewhere this might end up being one of their programs, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I hope this ends up being one of their programs because they do really well with like powerful programs. Their jumps are looking solid. They open up with a huge triple twist and then later a throw and did their side by side triples. There is this really cool move, and I'm kind of embarrassed because I don't know what to call it that they do. He just kind of like puts her upside down, like, oh, I'm gonna do like a flip, but not a flip, like the jump type of flip, but like maybe like a cartwheel. I don't know. Really cool. I'm really excited for this program. I hope she can get US citizenship because I think if they do this program solid like they did here all season long, they could be a contender, of course, for the Olympics, 100%. Christina and Anthony debuted their rhythm dance, which is To Sweet Dreams and 100% Per Love. Of note, Christina is wearing one of Tessa Virtue's former costumes, so that's really cool to see. I didn't get all of their program filmed because I always get paranoid about my phone dying, but like if you remind yourself in the beginning, okay, the theme is the 90s, then it goes over better. Where it really comes to life kind of regardless of the theme is the second part, and I wish, oh my gosh, I wish I would have had it on camera. They just come to life, and I kept thinking they have really evolved when it comes to their performance aspect within a short time period. 'Cause I remember watching Carmen last year and thinking, gosh, I really hope kind of the confidence improves. And just watching this felt like I was watching, different skaters. Her confidence is so elevated because I was thinking last year, like, I hope it improves at the beginning around, I think it was Nebelhorn or one of those. But I think this is going to be such a crowd pleaser in person. I think at Nationals, it's going to like bring down the house. And I've heard rumors that she might be getting citizenship soon. So fingers crossed, because I think it would be really awesome for them to have that Olympic experience. Amber Glenn debuted Like a Prayer, like some of you guys saw in my last video. They played the free skate song from last year first. I don't know 100% if that means that's what she's going to skate to, but it did feel like an LOL spoiler alert. She was really funny while waiting for the short program music to play. As for the actual performance to Like a Prayer, I think as the season goes on, it's going to liven up a bit. I think what we saw was the product of likely someone exhausted after a week of champs camp. I think by the time it rolls out in a competition, it's going to be on fire. So I'm excited to see how it progresses through the rest of the season. There's also a rumor online, I think I saw on Reddit and maybe somewhere else, that Amber is going to have merch, which is really cool. Max skated to Nocturne number 20. It was a really beautiful performance. I don't know if this is going to be one of his competition programs, but it is just stunning. Everything seems on point, so I am excited to see how this season goes. He could be a contender for one of the Olympic spots. And at the end, there was this heartbreaking point where he looked up and you could tell he was thinking about his parents. And so I'm glad he got to have such a good moment on the ice where he skated beautifully. Isabeau Levito skated to Zooby Zooby Zoo. I think I said that right. I mean, that's what it sounds like in the song. So if it has something else that's not in the song, Zooby Zooby Zoo, so I just shut down, done. Anyway, her jumps were not as solid as they were at Cranberry Cup. However, there seems to be some kind of correlation between, except for at Stars on Ice, Isabeau skating with the lights off at a gala recently, to her not like having the strongest jumps. So I'm not too worried about it. Maybe homegirl needs to get her vision checked. I don't know, but I'm just not worried about it because I watched her at Stars on Ice warming up the whole time. Jumps were solid. We just saw her Cranberry Cup, so she's good. This program does a lot better in person than it did on the TV. I think it is one that as the season goes on, it's going to grow, especially when she gets to like the step sequence and kind of the more fun parts of the program. Like she put on a show, and before people panic about the costume, she posted online there's another costume. Chock and Bates did their gala performance that they've done already to Once I Was Loved in Beautiful Things. I love this program. I'm just hoping there'll be a new gala next year. I was so excited hoping that maybe they would show us one of their programs, but they didn't. That's okay. They want to be secret and like have the unveiling at the Grand Prix. That's cool with me, but I just love seeing Chock and Bates regardless. I'm a huge fan, so I'm just excited to see their new programs, to be honest. Can't wait. Alysa Liu skated to the performance Slow Dancing in the Dark. She did this at Stars on Ice, so I don't think this is going to be any of her upcoming programs. She's just looking really solid, though, when it comes to the transitions and to her jumps and the spins. Like, she, nervous of steel, was able to just put on a really good show. It really felt like she had no pressure on her to herself about the fact she was coming in like as a world champion, just solid as always. And one thing I keep always thinking about is like a while back, she was known as a skater with not the greatest skating skills. And just watching her at this performance, I mean, I've been thinking this all year, but since she came back, but just watching this again, I was reminded of just what an elegant skater she has become, like basically ticking both boxes for technical and PCS. So I'm excited to see what her actual programs will look like and be, because I'm just kind of on the edge of my seat just seeing what Alyssa will get next year. Well, actually, no, not next year, like couple months. And Ilya redid his running short program. No, this is not going to be his programs for next year, unless that's his big build up in secret, but I doubt it. I can't help but like this program, so I wasn't too disappointed, especially since I knew he wasn't going to be debuting his programs yet. Just looking solid as ever. Overall, I absolutely adored this event. It was totally worth the billion-hour delays on the way to Boston. I think it was about 2 billion-hour delays on 3 to something billion-hour delays on the way back. 100% would go again. I hope they have it next year. Let's just keep having it. Let's make this a tradition. All right, y'all. See you next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more figure skating related content.